This is Dan Riley for Sports Talk on Passionate World Internet Radio. This week, the National Basketball Association banned Toronto Raptor Jontay Porter from the game for life after he was found not only passing inside information to gamblers, but also betting on NBA games. The cardinal sin of the NBA. Jontay Porter did this to himself because we all remember the Tim Donaghy scandal and the damage that did to the NBA. One must also understand that the NBA did the right thing because unlike football or baseball, basketball games are a little easier for gamblers to fix. The Boston College scandal is an example, as is the one at Arizona State, which I mentioned, as well as Tim Donaghy. As fast as the game is, one mistake can cost a player everything. One missed free throw can mean the difference between a team covering the spread and or not. We've all heard stories of the college game of gamblers getting friendly with guys and the problem that caused. So, it's good that the pro game always had this rule. And it should also take measures to prevent this from ever happening again. But basketball is a game that opens the door for bettors to change a game's outcome. One deliberate attempt to foul an opposing player to get him sent to the free throw line could change the spread. We also understand now that gambling can become addictive, meaning Jontay Porter could have wound up with a behavioral disorder if he wasn't careful. This kind of a scandal puts the NBA in a bad light yet again, just a little over a decade from its last betting incident. Players in all four major pro sports are told to refrain from gambling for good reason. Fans want to believe their players are giving the best effort, as well as hoping that guys don't get involved in criminal activity. Right now, the NBA's commissioner office should be reconsidering its deal with betting apps, as well as developing better relationships with law enforcement to stop this stuff. Players in the NBA have to understand that if they get in a hot water, things they can fall out of the pan and into the fire. Jontay Porter knew the rule that he wasn't supposed to bet. He just probably thought he wouldn't get caught or there wouldn't be consequences. As we see a career ended early because of one bad decision, this should remind us that professional basketball cannot afford to trivialize the risk wagering on games is to its brand. Porter has himself to blame for the end of his career, and going forward, the NBA has to make sure that this is the last time this ever happens. This is Dan Riley for Sports Talk. Thank you for tuning in, and so long.